Deputy Director of Elections, is Rashid Tanko Computer. He joins us this evening on Eyewitness News. Mr. Computer, thank you for joining us on Eyewitness News. First, has the EC communicated officially to you in terms of the itinerary for the 2024 elections? And if so, how are you preparing for the IPAC meeting come Thursday?
Let me say good evening to your cherished listeners. The answer to your question is no. What they did is they wrote to us, inviting us for IPAC meeting come March 7th, that is Thursday. And in the agenda is program of activity for 2024. So they have not given us the program of, that is the program of activities for the year. They haven't given us. The calendar they haven't given us. They only told us that we'll be discussing issues of that nature. Only for us to see it in daily graphic, publish the kind of activities that they are going to engage themselves in for this year general election. And it took us by surprise. Because that is not the way to go. That is not the procedure. That is not the process.
So what might account for this particular challenge you are facing, that the EC has not officially communicated to you, yet we are seeing the proposals for electoral activities going around on various media platforms?
You see, the evasive nature of this current electoral commission is not engendering the kind of cordial relationship that they need with the political party. It's not good. Because when we went to the first IPAC meeting on 22nd February, they indicated that the meeting, they were less public.
Mr. Computer.
We came back, yes.
Please position yourself for us a bit because we are struggling to hear you.
Well, can you hear me now?
It's quite better now. Thank you.
Yes, I'm saying that. So when we went for the first IPAC meeting, they indicated they were going to give us the calendar. We came for the second IPAC on 29 February. They didn't give us the calendar and indicated that we should go. They will send their calendar back to us so that we'll study it. They never did that. We had to put pressure. In fact, my boss, Dr. Mane Boama, wrote several letters. In fact, the last one was an open letter indicating the possible difficulties we are going to face as a country if the electoral commission don't come out with their calendar for this year's election. Only for them to now respond by writing to us that, okay, we agree, we're now going to have an IPAC meeting on March 7th, Thursday. Then, on the heels of it, they secretly publish the calendar in their graphic. It's not the best way to go. And even the calendar they publish, scrutinize it very well. You'll see that there is no a date for transfer of vote, which is very, very important, very critical.
Exactly the next question I was coming to put before you. If you say the EC has not officially released the calendar to you as political parties, and what you are relying on is what you have seen on social media, why then are you having issues about, the date for transfer, for example? Are you not saying that maybe you want to meet the EC for them to put this across?
Why we are worried is that it came from the state-owned newspaper, Daily Graphic. Their reporter made it very clear from a source from the Daily Edition election and gave these timelines. So we are saying, well, we've looked at it. We believe that this might be an abridged one because that cannot be a calendar for the year because a lot of items are omitted in that calendar are published.
So are you willing to honor the EC's invitation on Thursday, maybe for you to get the full complement of the electoral calendar?
To attend the IPAC meeting on the 7th, which is Thursday, because there are a lot of issues there, especially when it comes to the registration exercise. We will have to look at it critically. The kind of registration they did in 2023, we will not accept it this year. We will not accept a situation where they will go and put their machines at the district offices of the Electoral Commission and force them to register. That is not what the CIC is. The registration centers accessible to the registrant. So, if accessibility, somebody should travel 100 kilometers to come and register. Is that accessibility? We don't pick up that issue. Meeting. We must make meaning to the CI from the Electoral Commission. So you can't that by break, and then you go and do something different. Yeah. These are the problems we have.
Hello, Mr. Tanko Computer. Are you still on the line with us?
You don't want to agree with it.
We lost you briefly. If you can just go back and make your point once more.
I'm saying that we are going to let the Electoral Commission be aware that the kind of registration they did in 2023, we will not accept it this year, where they will have to force Ghanaians to go and register in their district offices. We are not going to accept it, because that is not what the CI is.
That's a fair point to make. But going into the meeting on Thursday, aside from these issues
on citing where registration centers should be, they say it should be accessible to the registrant. And I'm telling you, if somebody should travel 100 kilometers to go and register, is it accessibility? That is our point.
But I'm asking, so what proposal thereof are you going to put forward to the Electoral Commission when you go on Thursday?
Our proposal is very clear. They should make sure that the registration centers are put at the electoral areas. That is what the framers of the CIA, of which they are the framers, made it very clear that accessibility should be accessible. Electoral areas are to the registrant because they live there. That's where they are. It's every limited registration center. We do it at the electoral areas. Mass registration that we do at polling stations. And then this one, you want to put it at the... Don't forget, almost 2 million Ghanaians are waiting to be captured into the register. And so if you do it at your district offices, you are going to disenfranchise a lot of Ghanaians. And that is what we are talking about. And so when we go to IPAC on Thursday, this is one of the issues we are going to let them know. And we'll make sure that if the calendar doesn't... and all this impact of the elections, we will call their attention to that.
All right. Thank you very much. That's Rashid Tanko Computer, Deputy Director of Elections of the Opposition National Democratic Congress.